Get ready for the dopest show around, the Whiskey No Chaser podcast.
Yourpersonalmunch.com. I got my first ad here. We got Munchies, your personal delivery service. These people are exclusive to Hudson County, New Jersey right now. In all honesty, these people have been doing this since 2009, man. This is before Uber Eats. This is the original Uber Eats in my area. This guy was doing it exclusive by himself. Now he's got a team and he's moving things around the area. They are the exclusive delivery sponsored carrier for these three places in Jersey City, New Jersey. El Sabroso, White Manor, and Ringside. You could go to freaking El Sabroso, get yourself, you hit Munchies up, you get yourself some delicious Spanish food. You got family coming over, right? You know, the wife is busy, man. She got the kids, she's working, you're working. Have fucking Munchies hook you up with the best meal you can have and have it delivered. Nice and fresh at a flat fee. That's the difference between Munchies and Uber Eats and anybody else. You get one flat fee, you're paying what the restaurant is charging you. They're not upcharging, you know what I'm saying? Because restaurants, they usually upcharge in order to be able to pay the ridiculous Uber Eats fees. But not with Munchies. He don't charge them too much. He only has one flat fee that he charges you and one flat fee that he charges them. He gets paid, you get your food, they get paid. Everybody's good. You're not being overcharged. He also has White Manor. Get those little burgers. So White Manor is right across the street from Ringside. So what I would do if I'm hanging out, I'd order all those delicious little burgers from White Manor, and I'd order the fucking delicious drinks, the buckets from Ringside Bar and Grill. But not only that, Ringside Bar and Grill also has delicious food too. You can't lose with this situation, man. You cannot lose. And you're supporting a local business, man. Let's do this, man. Hudson County, exclusively, holla at Munchies, your personal delivery service at yourpersonalmunch.com, or you can call directly and mention before you make your order, mention that the promo code Whiskey No Chaser, and they will give you your first delivery free, man. Come on, you're winning, man. This makes no sense for you not even to try this. My Hudson County residents, man, let's support local business and let's get things delivered to our houses without us having to leave the house. Right now, it ain't time to be running around. Munchie got you, though. He's going to be healthy. He has the sanitizer. He has everything. He can deliver Dutchies to your house, man. If you need Dutchies, he got you. Anything you need. He's not just exclusive to these three restaurants. It's just that those three restaurants do not deal with Uber Eats, and they gave him the exclusive contract to deliver for them. But he delivers everything. You know what I'm saying? You got a certain specific store that only sell the special backwoods that you want. Send Munchies, man. You ain't got to leave the house. Stay right there, man. Break up the bud. It'll be there in a little bit. All right, man? So again, holla at my boy, at my boys at Munchies, your personal delivery service, yourpersonalmunch.com, and also 201-838-5535. I'll have all the information down here on the screen, and y'all could get that and write it down and go holler, man. Hudson County exclusive. Jersey native. Let's help our local businesses, man. Let's fucking represent for this company. Anybody else willing to do ads on my show? Hit us up on Instagram. All right, DWNC Pod at Instagram, right? That's how that goes? Or no, at DWNC Pod. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Thank you.
Yo, this Whiskey No Chaser podcast, the illest podcast on the fucking planet. Today, I got a very, very special guest. But before I mention her, I got to mention myself. I stay forgetting that. It's Hector. Today, I got a very special guest. Her name is Wendy Random, straight from fucking LA. What's good, baby?
What's up? What's good? Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for coming. It was it was a surprise to me that you when you first followed me online on Instagram, you noticed me.
Yeah.
I was
you have a lot of cool writers on your show. So I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this is an LA chick. She got all this Chicano shit, all this Chicano stuff. I'm like, yo, that's ill. I'm noticed somewhere else. And then come to find out, you're out here on the East Coast fucking with us too, yo.
Hosted for a bit, yep.
Yeah, so let's get, all right, so it's Wendy Random, straight from LA. Let's tell the homies, everybody here, what you do and how you get down.
So I've been shooting photos for a very long time, since I was a kid.
So you're a
basically,
photographer.
I'm a photographer. I am a photographer. I take pictures.
Yeah.
I'm a street shooter. I prefer to be out on the streets more, but I do work with a lot of tattoo artists or tattoo collectors. A lot of artists in general. I collaborate with them.
Yeah.
And I shoot a lot of lowriders too, different cities across the country. Paris, I've shot a lowrider out there too.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Let's mention that. That's a big deal. Paris, lowriders, Chicanos in Paris, because you know how Jay-Z and Kanye West had that song "Niggas in Paris."
Niggas in Paris, yeah.
So it's Chicanos in Paris, man. You feel me? Lowriders in Paris. That's ill.
It was dope. Yeah, I never imagined I would get picked up from my hotel in a lowrider and go cruising around Paris and that. And I had a pretty cool photo shoot with the car. And it was right by the Eiffel Tower. We had a trespass to shoot the photos there.
Yeah, I saw that picture. That picture's crazy. That's a picture. That's a historic picture. I don't understand how that picture is not up in more places. That I haven't seen a fucking lowrider in front of the Eiffel Tower before. Have you? Was that the first time, or did they do that all the time?
Actually, well, only the car club that I was affiliated with. I've only seen photos through them.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. So it's a big deal, but that's through them. They live out there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's not a big deal. You came straight from the motherland of the lowrider, you know what I'm saying? And took a picture where it's, been, imported to,
Yeah.
So that's fucking ill.
Thank you.
You need your props and respect for that,
Thank
miss.
you. Appreciate that. I never knew that I would be shooting all these lowriders everywhere. I never knew that. It's always been a part of life, just being in Cali.
Yeah.
My brothers were really into lowriders, and they would always buy the lowrider magazine. And I would always go through those magazines, cut out my favorite centerfolds, and I would actually cut them out and stick them on my wall next to my bed.
Dope.
And they would buy the little model cars from Michael's and paint them. So I kind of started getting into cars at an early age because of them. And you would just randomly see them in the streets in Cali, And then my brother's friend had a pretty cool lowrider bike. And then I just kind of stayed interested in it. That interest, they're badass cars. I never stopped liking them. So
And that's what inspired you to start taking pictures, like the lowriders itself, or what was it? Your father one day said, "Hey, mija." I always gotta go like, "Hey, mija,
yeah,
I got this camera for you." And then you're gonna be like, and you were like, "What am I gonna do with this, Dad?" And then all of a sudden you did. I went movie mode. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was actually not handed to me. I actually snatched it.
That's what's up. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, like no one in my family is into photography. Nobody. There's no photographers in our family from both sides.
So you're a fucking lone wolf, B.
I really am in the family. I guess
you just went on your own path.
Yeah, I pretty much did. I mean, I have.
Is there a thing that people you do in your family that's like a lot of people, like some families have a lot of lawyers, mechanics, or something? Is there a thing, or is everybody just randomly doing different things?
Yeah, I mean, I come from a family. There's a lot of immigrants in my family from Mexico. So a lot of them come work in either hospitality or just get a job at a warehouse or something like that. And other people, I mean, there's a variety like in our family, of different kinds of jobs. But it wasn't until like the first generation, like the Chicanos, us, that we started getting our own jobs and our own foot in the door to different kind of careers, but our parents had to work their way, into the country. And
thanks to the parents, man.
Yeah.
They did it, so you didn't have to.
Thanks for moving to Cali.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, now, do you have family in Mexico that you know?
Lots of family,
and how do they live out there? If you were out there, would you be living okay, or would you be in the cartel section?
I've done it before. I actually got stranded out there before for a couple of months a long time ago. And it was cool at first because it was different, and I'm a photographer. I like documenting different things, but after a while, I started getting really homesick because their restrooms are not like ours. It's like it still kind of has that little bit of a third world country vibe.
Oh, well, it's a third world,
so it's like, yeah. So it's like, I mean, some places are nicer than others, but
facts.
For the most part, something I couldn't get used to was having like shower curtains as bathroom doors, when the bathroom would be like in the middle of the living room.
Yikes.
So like I couldn't get used to that. I had to make sure people were out of the room if I wanted to use the restroom.
Yeah.
But so I mean, all these little things that we take for granted, it's a whole different lifestyle out there, but it really makes you appreciate everything you have, and I did it for a couple of months.
Well, how'd you get stranded? What happened?
So I stopped working at this job. I used to work for Vans a long time ago, the Vans shoe store, and I stopped working there. And then I was like, well, since I'm not working right now, I'm just going to go to Mexico. My mom's mother is sick. So let me just go out there with her. And I actually gave this guy that worked at a liquor store that knew me, I gave him permission to let my dad cash my unemployment checks.
Okay. Oh,
And,
okay.
and yeah, so my dad would cash my checks, but he stopped sending me money. And so I got stuck out there.
Hey, Pops, what the hell, man?
He's like, it's your turn to pay me. so
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, whatever it is, what it is. I'll just go home whenever I can.
You're a fucking G.
So then I finally went home, and then I actually ended up moving to downtown LA right after that, actually.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when everything just kind
So
of...
you moved out? You didn't go back to your parents' house?
No. And I was only living with them for like 1 year, which was that year I worked for Vans, and that's it. I was like, they moved to the desert. They left LA and they bought a house in the desert. I tried to do it for a year and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this shit. Can't do this shit.
What was so bad about it? What, Arizona? Where were they? Nevada?
Well, no, they're in Victorville, so it's in the high desert. I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but it's not for me, Like, I mean, I go there a lot. And
what's the lifestyle over there? And just wondering.
it's just desert. It's not big city. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with Palm Springs or seen videos of Palm Springs, but it's like similar desert vibe, kind of, like it's a city, but not huge city with skyscrapers type of thing, They don't really have that big of an art scene, so I think that's why.
That's not for you, miss. No.
Yeah, I think that's why I couldn't adapt. So yeah, I was all right. So I just moved to downtown LA 2006. The name Wendy Random started in downtown LA 2006.
Oh yeah,
and I've had the name ever since.
All right, so Wendy Random, how'd that? Who gave you that name? What happened?
I was on a rooftop in downtown. I was actually at this little networking event with videographers. It was like a cinematography event. And I knew a couple of cinematographers there, and we were on the rooftop, and I was just shooting all these ideas, and kept saying all this random shit. And then after a few minutes, one of the videographers was like, fucking random as fuck. He's like, you be saying some random shit. Where do you get these random ideas from? I was like, I just like a little of everything, and he's like, you're so random. Start calling you Random. I was like, I fucking like that.
Yo.
I actually like that. Wendy Random. And ever since then, shout out to Rage. He's a badass videographer. Him and a couple other friends were calling me Random that day, and it just stuck. I didn't think it was gonna stick, and just
now were they trying to make fun of you, or were they just like your homies just saying, hey man, you're random as fuck, my nigga?
Yeah, both.
A little bit of both. Because I was going to say, they try to make fun of you. They gave you your career name is shit, which is ill.
And it just stuck. And my dad's camera, he just had a basic point and shoot camera that was just basically just to shoot the family, like special occasions. And I would see how happy everyone would get when we would get the results. We had to wait for the film to be developed and everything. And just seeing how much we would crack up, not knowing how stupid we were going to look, how silly. And that was just always like an anxious feeling, to wait for these photos, once you look at them and you're just going to crack up. Most of the time back in the day, we would crack up because we wouldn't know what to expect, and I think it was that feeling that I really enjoyed was the happiness, like the anticipation. And those were the first feelings I loved, was the anticipation and the happiness. So then I started, we didn't grow up with a lot of money, I never really got surprises growing up, rarely. Even for Christmas, I knew what I was getting most of the time.
You just have to wait for it.
Times are rough. My mom couldn't get no babysitter, So I was always there. I knew what they were doing all the time.
Yeah.
So those are my surprises. Every time I saw these photos. So I love that feeling. So I basically that's when I started snatching the camera, and I started posing my toys, my dolls, and cousins, brothers, our pets, And then we would have a lot of fun waiting for those photos. And then it just all took off from there, basically. And then I just pretty much kept an interest in photography after that. And
so you always was taking pictures, even like, so in high school, you was in the photography club or something like that?
I did take a photo because if they offered photo, I took it, of course. you know? So I took basic photo, I think my sophomore year or junior year. And then senior year, I had advanced photo, which was only one class for the whole school. And there was like right under 10 people in that class, actually, in advanced photo. Because a lot of people took basic photo. They took advantage of that class as like the ditching class.
Yeah.
You know, there's a dark room there. And
yeah, I took photography. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people would just take advantage to just go to that class to ditch. But I actually really enjoyed it. And by the time I went to advanced photo, I became really tight with the teacher, actually, that she would let me stay after school. She'd just lock up when you're done. And I would, and she would leave me there.
So you'd be in the black room just...
Yeah, I would have it to myself.
Yeah,
and
that's dope.
I'm like, damn, I can't believe I'm here like after school by myself, like
You're
in this dark
responsible.
room. And she actually was the first person to encourage me to be in an art show when I was like 17 years old or 18 years old. It was at a university. She even gave me a ride and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents were not supportive of me being a photographer when I was in high school because it became a problem. The photography I was doing or the excuses I would have to shoot photos became a problem. You know, I was the only chick in my family, the youngest. I had older brothers, and I would just see them go out and about in the streets all the time, come back with all these fun stories. But I would just always hear, but you can't because you're a girl. You can't because you're a girl. Like, and I just fucking hated that. And, and I think it's those things that created me, honestly, because I would just see my older brothers and their friends just come back with all these fun stories. And I was like, this fucking sucks because I'm a girl. I can't. And like, what the fuck, So I started ditching school. I started ditching a lot of school with my camera when I was in high school. So that's why my parents did not support photography. They did not want me to be a photographer for a very long time, actually. Very long time.
I mean, because you know what? They people from, other countries. I mean, I'm Dominican. My parents are from the Dominican Republic. And
they want you to have different careers.
They don't think about that. They think, no, you have to go to school. You have to learn something. You got to be a professional at this. And you have to get a good job that's going to pay you good and you're going to retire. They don't understand that that's not okay. Yeah. That life is, I'm in the rat race right now, but I'm working on getting the fuck out of it, man. That shit is soul sucking, man. So especially for a person that has that artistic talent and that artistic mind, you'll fucking, you can't do no 9 to 5. You'll fucking go crazy, man. Yeah. So fuck all that. I respect it though. You kept, you went against the grain and you just did your thing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I think
cheers.
Tattoos have a lot to do with that too.
What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo was the one on my wrist. It says F-E. It means fe in Spanish. It's my parents. It means faith. It's my parents' first initials combined. So I'm glad it was a small tat because it's not my best tat. But then once I started learning more and getting more involved with tattoo culture and everything, then that's when I really started taking the tattoo collecting serious and artists and everything. And it helps me stay away from a 9 to 5. And I plan to get way more, I got way more to go.
You're going to get a big MS-13 on your face?
Can't go nowhere like that. I won't be shooting no photos no more.
I mean, shit. Or maybe a big WR, Wendy Random.
Maybe I'll get that, but not on my face.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a random tat, like something that says random, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, shit, of fucking course. You should definitely, it's you. That's who you are.
Perhaps, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're going to be Wendy Random for the rest of your life. I mean, this is who you are now.
For sure. I got a patent pen that shit.
Yeah, yo, definitely, man. Do you do music videos or anything like that? Just wondering.
I haven't done music video. I've only shot behind the scenes music videos. Photos, behind the scene photos.
Catching the vibe.
I have this thing where I have a shitload of footage from graph missions, from different things. I have a lot of years worth of footage unreleased. And the thing with me is like, I hate being in front of a computer. You know, even when I edit photos, I try to keep it simple because I grew up with film, and I think I still have that kind of mentality where like, even though I have a digital camera, like I don't like go photo crazy. Like I just try to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Every pic you take, it's got to be strategic.
I try my best. Yeah. Because
the sun sets at 5:34. I'm going to be there at 5:33.5. Yeah. I don't get that.
I just hate having excess photos, you know, like all like too much. So, and I think growing up with film really helped train me in that way, you know? So now I'm just spoiling myself with digital, and I only shoot film when I travel now.
Cool. No, because some people, they'll start off filming or just taking pictures of their kids, and all of a sudden they think they're fucking who the fuck Hype Williams or whatever. They think they're like, yo, I'm gonna fucking shoot a whole film. I'm gonna direct, and you know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering is that in the plans for the future?
You know what? I have so many friends that encourage me to like drop videos all the time, you know? They're just like, you have the eye, just do videos. And I just hate being in front of a computer. Like when I start doing videos, I'm like, fuck, this shit takes forever. Like I just want to like, I'm done. I just shot a photo. It's going to last forever.
Yeah. All right. So you got
2 seconds.
You have your own style. That's what you do. You have your own style. I'm mad at that.
But you know what? I am trying to get into it. I do have lots of footage. And then now I have a lot of cool, like new friends out here too, that are also like, everyone's always pushing me to do videos. And I have all this footage because I still shoot videos when I'm out with people. I just don't show them off to anybody. Yeah,
you see, you
but
know,
one day, watch, there's going to be like hours of shit.
Yeah, that's the thing is that if you're filming video now, you might as well just fucking, you know, put the shit out. Yeah. You dig? Like, you know, you probably catch some fire shit. Then you're just fucking having that bitch sit there for no reason. You better put that shit.
Yeah.
Now,
I have like few videos I've put out, just a few.
Maybe you can get an editor, but the thing is that you filmed it. You're the one that needs to sit through it.
do it. Yeah.
You need to sit through it. You need to put it together because you're the one that's seen what it is, and you're the one that knows what vibe you're trying to put out in that video. So you can't be like, hey man, just put the shit together from your own. You know. So you definitely now when you've done it. Do you know how to edit or
I do, but I don't do anything complex, you know? Like I said, everything I do, I try to keep it simple. I try to let the image speak for itself, you know? I try not to rely on crazy editing to enhance what I do. I'll rather do something that looks good, and then if that could be enhanced, cool, but I don't rely on like doing something shitty and then trying to transform it or something, you know?
I respect that. You got good work ethic.
Thank you.
That's what that is. I mean, shit. You're fucking, your shit, the shit that you do has brought you to many places. I mean, shit, you've been in the hood.
I've been in some hoods.
Yeah, you've been in good places. You've been, you've been up and down. What do you remember, where have you been that's brought you up that you're like, oh shit, besides the Eiffel Tower, not up because they're not better than us because they have a fucking tower over there. I'm just saying like, places that you're like, oh shit, man. I didn't expect to fucking be here, besides hood places. Cause I know, what you do is extra hood.
Yeah.
Like, has photography brought you anywhere that's like, I'm taking pictures of a fucking president or some weird ass fucking rich motherfucking shit?
I mean, I have worked with a few celebrities in Cali. Yeah. I did. Yeah. I was on stage with Mixmaster Mike before, photographing him. Just like different artists, not a shitload of them, but a few of them.
That's cool.
I did enjoy it. It was fun, and people sometimes ask me, actually all the time, people ask me, like, why would you leave LA for? There's a lot of celebrities out there. Well, just for the record, I don't chase celebrities.
Apparently not.
I don't need a celebrity to clarify how cool I am. Like, I don't need a celebrity.
Yeah, man, fuck y'all niggas, man.
Yeah, like I could do that shit myself, all right? Like, I don't need a celebrity to say like, oh, this is Wendy Random. Like, I mean, I'm down to work with them, but I don't chase celebrities, Like, I don't chase that. Like, when it has came across my path, it's because it just came. Just from working hard and bumping into certain people, and that's how I've gone to work with some people like that. But specifically when people ask me like, why would you leave LA if there's a lot of celebrities there? I don't chase celebrities. You know?
Bitch ass nigga? What kind of question is that,
Bitch ass
man?
nigga. I don't chase celebrities, man. I'm not a paparazzi. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
the fuck out of here. No, because your vibe is a different vibe. That's not what you're doing. You're not here. I mean, shit.
Don't get me wrong. I like to work with Kendrick, so I'm saying, like, if this gets to him, hit me up.
yeah, absolutely, man. Nah, definitely. Now, you see, he's not fucking, I don't know who, let's see, a bougie ass fucking celebrity.
Right,
you don't
right.
like, really, that's not your vibe. Your vibe isn't working with fucking Celine Dion. That's not your vibe. Your vibe is hood shit, because that's what you're doing, man. I mean, look at you. You're tatted the fuck up. You're a street artist. That's what you are. So at the end of the day, that doesn't fulfill you, what you're trying to, fulfill in your destiny and in yourself. To be fucking chasing after fucking J-Lo.
Yeah.
Gives a fuck about J-Lo.
Yeah,
she's not hood.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? She might say she's Jenny from the block. She's not from the block anymore. That block has been gone since 1994. She ain't been to the block. I'm sorry. I love you, J-Lo, but you haven't been to the block in a long time.
You haven't been back since.
Yeah. You, as a matter of fact, you might get violated. Don't show up to the block because at the end of the day, if you don't come to the block, they're going to violate you when you show up all rich and shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so getting back to you getting going and coming and being in fucking all these crazy places, because respect to you, you go to the hood, like you go to places that niggas is scared to go. That's where your photography. I mean, shit.
It's got me caught up before, it ain't always a good
Time,
outcome.
give me a time that, because of course you apparently there's been a lot of positive shit because you're here and alive, but there's been some negative, I'm sure, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I had an altercation out in Chicago, actually, towards the South Side.
Oh my gosh, Chicago's scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules out there. There's so much shit you can't wear, so many things. Like, you can't even tilt your hat. Like, in New York, it's common for everyone to be tilting their hats. It's like a fashionable thing, You can't be doing that shit in Chicago at all.
No, I didn't know that.
You can't
tilt
do
your
that.
Hat? But can I wear it backwards like this? Is that okay?
You could, but centered. Never tilt.
Centered. Don't put that shit to the side, boy.
You can't. If you have it tilted, you're going to get checked. You know what I'm saying? Like
what you repping, cub?
Yeah.
Or whatever they're going to say.
I don't know if they say cub, but.
My bad. I think I went LA.
But yeah, you can't do that. There's all kinds of shit that you can't do. A lot of colors you can't wear. You can't wear jerseys.
Even the women get checked over there. You cannot. Women, children, they have no respect for nobody over there. Seems to be.
Yeah. Anybody could get struck out there. Anybody.
I actually saw a video of a chick getting her fucking shit beat up, and niggas is laughing.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I was horrified. I was don't hit her like that. You kicked her in the face, bro. Oh, and niggas is standing there laughing like and I'm like, they're laughing like that. That's just, but it's not like it's a horrible thing, but it's not their fault. This is what they live in.
Yeah,
they live in a war zone. You know what I'm saying? In America, which makes no sense.
It really is. And there's. I always try to learn a lot about hoods just because it's good to know. There's a lot of people that travel and they don't even give a shit to learn, or maybe they just don't go to hoods, but I go everywhere because some of the best restaurants are on the hood. So I'm not gonna hide from the hood. I want to eat.
And you get the best price if you're gonna eat in the hood. You're gonna eat better food and you're gonna eat fucking at a good price.
Yeah, and so everywhere I visit, I always try to make sure where should I not be at? Where's somewhere I shouldn't be at after dark? Everywhere that I go, I always ask that, everywhere. Because I go around with my camera. Sometimes I have to put my camera away or, depending where I'm at. I was in Miami one time and I rented one of those mopeds by myself. And I was just like, let me just go down Miami Boulevard and see where I end up. And
I looked at the camera because I said, don't do that.
Well, I ended up in Little Haiti. And and I began to realize I was in the hood,
And you're over here,
yeah, and they didn't even have mopeds like that over there. That was a brand new one I rented, and I stood out and I had people looking at me and I had to pull over, put my camera away. Even this Adidas nice jacket I was wearing, I had to put it away. And I just turned around and go back, because there was some dude that was walking towards me when I was putting my gear away. And this was at a restaurant parking lot. So I pulled over somewhere public, not in the residential. And I saw this fool
How
come
many
right up
niggas-
to me. I was like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm
no,
gonna
no.
bounce. I'm out
How
of
many
here.
niggas get got at the gas station in the hood? That's that's the place where niggas get murdered all the time. I actually saw
Laundromats, gas stations.
Yo, they get you, man. Wherever you're lacking, they get you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a meme, I think it was, or whatever it was, that on Instagram. The guy says, on the top it said, when you go to the gas station in the hood, the nigga's just there pumping his gas. The next moment, he's in heaven. He's like,
fuck.
what the fuck? Like, no.
Hey, at least he made it.
but how about my kids? I'd like to stay here so I can take care of my kids, please. Like, take me after. Like, let me make sure that they're good. And then you can just pop, take me out. But damn, man. Like, yeah, I'd be upset if I'm one moment pumping my gas and then the next moment I'm in heaven. I'm like, what the fuck? And I deserve, and yes, I'm presumptuous when it says going to heaven. I'm fucking awesome. I deserve to be in heaven. I hope that's not a bad thing. And then later on, God says, you were good until you said that. That cockiness, now you got to go to fucking
You don't make
hell.
fun of me.
Yeah, you got to go to hell for like 50 years and then you could come up because that was ridiculous, bro. I'll be like, damn, man. No, but yeah.
Oh, and Chicago has this other thing. I don't know. I try to learn about different gang cultures as well, just so I know. You know what I'm saying?
Should.
Like,
I mean,
I've been wearing Chucks my whole life, and I still rock Dickies, and and some of that thing may be gang affiliated in other cities.
be careful.
Because in LA you can wear that, you're fine. But you're in other cities, you got to be careful. Something I learned about in Chicago was, they have a whole different gang culture out there. It's one of a kind, honestly. Like they have cars out there that they're called rammers. And these are like big ass like Suburbans, like K5s, big ass cars like that the gang specifically use just to like ram you, basically.
Yeah, they put the fucking hood, the thing in the front probably.
And they put that too. And they're specifically just for them. Like you can't really just fuck around and own one just to have one.
Oh, so you can't drive around with a big truck with a grill on it ready to fucking ram.
Unless you're from a gang or something, like they don't take that lightly out there.
They'll be like, yo, we gotta hit this lady up, man. She's over here grocery shopping with she's grocery shopping with fucking a Dodge Ram truck. We gotta kill this bitch. Like, when you grow up a certain way, just like even when I see a person that's racist, I can't be super mad at him. You know why? His grandpappy and his great grandpappy and his father, they were doing that. So that's all he knows. He doesn't know hey, man, actually, those people are not
they're
that
misguided.
bad.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. Misguided. You're such a woman. No, but you know what? This is the truth. These are misguided people. So it's not fuck them. It's more like, hey, man, I feel sorry for you. You need help. Right? No? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Of course. In LA, it's not as bad as it was before, like gang wise, because back in the day there was a lot of gang sweeps. So they wiped out a bunch of gangs, like
they locked everybody up.
Yeah, so it got a little bit better, but there's still hoods you got to be careful where not to be at. Like downtown LA got so much better. When I was a kid, it was scary. We would only go there just if you needed to buy something. That's it. It wasn't somewhere to go to hang out when I was a kid. Definitely not.
Yeah.
And it just looked different. It was grimier and it was just bad. And then when I moved there in 2006, it wasn't that gentrified. It wasn't gentrified yet when I first moved to downtown. And I was living right by Staples Center, and I would hear gunshots. I heard a woman getting assaulted. Like,
oh, that's horrible.
From my floor of the apartment. I think I was on like 11th floor or something like that. And I heard all kinds of shit. I think someone got murdered on the front step of my building. Like, I wouldn't go outside like by myself after sunset. It was crazy. Then I moved to other parts of LA, and then it started getting gentrified. And then I moved back downtown a few years later, and then I just stayed there for a while.
Like, when did it start getting gentrified for you? Like,
I think it started getting more gentrified, like, because 2006 it wasn't yet, and that's when I first lived there. And I want to say maybe like 6 years ago or so.
All right,
approximately.
So
yeah, less than 10 years ago for sure, But
so it's recent.
It's a little more recent, yeah. Because 2006, like I said, it wasn't like that. I remember like it was sketchy as hell. I would have to have a homegirl like go walk with me if I want to go to a store or something. Because dudes would follow me, like, you know, like they're, you know, it's, yeah. I mean, Skid Row is like nearby, you know.
Oh yeah, that's not a fun place.
And yeah, Skid Row's nearby, and all the homeless people just spread, you know. I mean, homelessness is big out there. It's gonna be like that probably for a while, you know, but
They can't figure that shit out for some reason.
they just don't want to take the solutions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's
Like,
solutions. Like they
there's
can make
solutions,
a
but-
tent city for them, or you know, to help them. But then even like with the homeless, I've seen that, you know, they don't help them because they're on drugs. But it's like, yo, man, they're on drugs. They need help. So
Yeah.
help them. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? They're
right.
like, oh, you can't be on drugs if you're gonna come to the shelter. But my man,
yeah.
I mean, maybe I won't be on drugs if I was here in this shelter. Like, you gotta help
Yeah.
these people. You know, they're human
Yeah.
beings. They need to be helped. But you know,
I've had a
that's
few
not
tell
here nor
me
there.
that, you know, that I documented a guy one time shooting up some heroin in this tent. And he was telling me that he did try to get help. And that every time he would try to get help, he pretty much told me that the doctors and the nurses were treating him like shit.
they don't give a
You
fuck.
know, it's just
you don't have
like-
money. Fuck you.
Yeah, like, you know, they just treated him like a junkie from the beginning. It's like, I understand they are junkies, but they're still human. What the fuck? You know,
I mean,
like,
you know, if you help them, you could get them out of this. These might be the best human beings ever. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of people that were fucked up in the game that were junkies that are actually great people, great contributing members of society nowadays. But if we don't help them, you know, it's not, you know, people that are hooked on drugs, it's not like you're a pedophile. That can't be cured. We need to cancel that. You cannot live anymore. We got to cancel you because there's no way of fixing you. Your mind's fucked up. You're always going to want to touch children. Sorry, you got to go. But you did drugs. You know what I'm saying? You weren't born a drug addict. You were just born and you got hooked on drugs. That means you can get out of that. That's not who you are.
Mhm.
You're fucking, you know, there's certain fucked up shit about people that you just can't fix. If you're a murderer,
It's true. Yeah.
if you're a serial killer, that's just who you are. We got to cancel you, buddy. We can't fix that. You want to murder. Even the nicest people, you're looking at it like you're a nice person. If I was a murderer or one of those people, I'd be looking at how oh, she's a nice person, but I'd love to see her bleed out. You know what I'm saying? That's what they think
I
about.
just want to slice her up.
I just want to
and-
slash her throat. You know what I'm saying? She's such a nice person. I wish she could survive after, but fuck it. I just prefer to see her blood out of her body. You know, like, but I'm just saying there's
Crazy
certain
shit.
Yeah, there's people that are fucked up in the world and they need to be canceled. And there's certain people that, you know what, man? Let's figure it out. Let's try to help them out. Let's do whatever we can. There's ways to help drug addicts, and they're not doing it in America. There's people out. I know people that, not people, one person that actually was hooked on, I think it was either heroin or pills. Either way, it's fucked up. And he went to Ecuador and he took an ayahuasca trip. And
Oh,
that
wow.
man's not
It
doing
fixed
any. Yo, man's not doing any drugs.
I've heard a
No
lot
drugs.
of
Doesn't even
beneficial
drink.
things about that.
Yeah, he took an ayahuasca trip. You know what I'm saying? I guess he faced his demons. And
Yeah.
he came back a better man, but he's not doing any drugs now. He has a family. He's doing better than he's ever done before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a man that was calling me, faking jacks, telling me, like, asking me for money to, you know, get something for his daughter. But meanwhile, he was actually spending it on, you know, something else. And the man now, he's doing great. I'm fucking super proud of him. You know, he's actually going to come on the podcast one day.
Oh,
And
great.
to talk about his trip and talk about that whole situation because there's people that need help
Yeah,
and
definitely.
stuff. But yeah,
And it's good that he believes in that. You know, a lot of people are like skeptical about those kind of solutions.
What else have
know?
you tried, buddy? If you
I've been to a
are-
peyote ceremony before.
Oh, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
the person like, what else have you tried?
Oh.
But damn.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, well, I would like to learn about that, know about that. All right, so tell me about peyote because I don't know anything about it. What did you have to go in the tent and have to smoke you up and shit like that? Talk about it.
I have my own personal vibe with it because when I was, you know, I was mentioning earlier, I was stuck in Mexico for a couple months.
Yeah.
I was stuck in the state of Nayarit, where my mom's from. That state has the indigenous people from there are called Huicholes. And basically they're also known as peyote people. And they're all about the peyote, you know, and they do it in ceremonies, very spiritual about it. They even offer it to kids, like a little bit of it. But what they do is like they put everybody in a circle and like they see how they react. If you're reacting okay, they guide you, they start focusing on you, and they treat you like you're like a special one if you react positively to it. But if you start acting kind of like someone that just enjoys getting fucked up, then they're not going to take you serious. They're just going to be pushed aside. You know, that's what that culture does, you know? So I got very intrigued by it, and I actually have peyote tattoos on myself. And when I was in Chicago, I had a lot of friends that would go to a lot of Native American gatherings. And so one time I went to one, but this one was indigenous people from Mexico that were doing it. And they had this big basement where they set up, and it was like a whole overnight thing where we had to sit Indian style for like 10 hours. And we had to go through a lot of different things, smoke tobacco, like raw, just tobacco.
I would have been
it
thrown
was
up.
nasty.
Because you know what? It's like smoking backwards, straight backwards. Just inhale backwards.
We all had to roll it up in like corn husks, like pretty much like tamale leaves, you know? Like, so, and it tasted gross, you know? And then they brought out the peyote like throughout the ceremony, and we did like 2 to 3 rounds of it. And I tried it like in 4 different ways, which was like the powder, the tea, some little gummy shit, and I forgot what the other one was.
Did he spit in your face like they do in the movies and shit? The big shaman with the big hakama? No? And he's like,
no, that was just some other ceremony.
Yeah, that's in Africa. That's a different type of vibe over there, I guess.
That's like some Ace Ventura shit. They do that. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, but it didn't work on me. I didn't feel anything. And I thought it was going to work because I was about to throw up. That's a common thing. They had puke buckets, like just for people in case they wanted to throw up. And I was one of them. I felt so nauseous by the time the second
that tobacco
round.
will get you there.
Yeah,
it's
the
disgusting.
tobacco luckily was just once in the beginning to open up the ceremony. And then after that, it was just peyote, like 2-3 different rounds of peyote. And they all came in 4 different forms. I would do the tea at the end to wash it down.
Was it real peyote? Do you know? Did anybody trip?
Some people did, but not
Or
everybody.
were they faking? Because you know, sometimes in situations like that, people get caught up in the vibe.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, and it's just, or what religion is this? I think it's like the Pentecostals or whatever. I respect to all religions. Do whatever you fuck you want. I don't care. Yeah, I think it's Pentecostals that they get the Holy Ghost and the Spirit.
Evangelical or something.
The evangelicals. Yeah.
Those are like hardcore. The ones that they like tap their forehead.
Yeah,
and you know,
yeah, those dudes. But
start foaming at the mouth.
yeah, I know. I've known people that have been there, and they're like, "Yo, I used to just fake it because it was like if I felt pressured to do so, so I just."
I got a funny ass story about that shit. I had to do that. I had to do that before. I had to fake it. I forgot.
What else have you faked? For you gentlemen that know Wendy Random, especially. What else? Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. Go.
A few times. Just kidding.
Oh, that sucks for you guys. Sorry, bud. But go ahead. So you have to fake un montaje.
My parents became hardcore Christian a few years ago. My brother got locked up. It was a hard time for the family. He was gone for a while. And that's when my parents became Christian, you know? Yeah. So I was fully supporting my mom because this was the only thing that brought her happiness and peace. So one day she took me to her this old church that she was first going to. And there was little short lady.
Yeah.
Old short. She was so short. And she was the one going around like chanting, doing stuff and tapping people's foreheads, and everyone was falling back. And I looked at my mom and I'm in the front like, you just brought me out. I'm not even trying to fall back.
You're like, I know I'm not going to fall back.
And
I just stood there.
And so this little lady, she kept coming back to me and just trying to tap my forehead and I wouldn't fall back. And she kept doing it. And it's just like, you know, and then, so I had to fucking fake it a little bit, like, you know.
I would have.
But this little midget, like, she just
how'd you
kept
do it,
fucking
though?
smacking
You
my
want to show us?
forehead.
Nah, just kidding. I'm not going to. But you show us how you did it.
Like, you know? It was so funny, though.
Oh, my God.
I was so mad. I was like,
yo, Ma, why you brought me to this bullshit? Because this is bullshit. No one's fucking. This old lady is not bringing a special spirit, man. That old lady deserves to go to hell.
She would not give
Fuck
up.
that old lady. Let me tell you why. She deserves to go to hell because you're faking Hey, man, God punishes shit like that, man. You're faking that you have the power to fucking bring spirits into people.
That's true.
I'll be real, man. Fuck that lady.
She
Let's
ain't
be
no
real, man.
prophet.
Yeah, no, man. That lady's an asshole. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. People give too much respect to old people. Respect to old people, but the respectable ones. But you know
It
what?
doesn't mean you're always right.
Exactly. Just because you're old, tú puedes ser un sinvergüenza. De verdad, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's fucking viejitos que son una mierda. You were una mierda when you were young, and you're a mierda now. It's just that you're fucking old, and we look at you like you're supposed to be respected. And that's why they use that to their advantage. But fuck them. I'd have stood there for 10 hours with that lady.
Just like
Staring
being
at her. I
smacked in the
would've been like-
forehead.
And I was just in this face. Just that.
Like
Looking
a
at-
fucking bobblehead.
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
She
Fuck
was
that lady, man.
persistent, man.
Yeah, man, fuck her. Again, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, because she was a schemer, man. Was there a colecta at the end?
I don't even remember. I don't know.
Well, you were probably-
Maybe. This is
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Either way, like I said, moving on though, you don't have to fake the funk. Around here, miss, you do not have to fake the funk at all.
Nope.
Miss
nope,
Wendy
nope.
Random, you be yourself here.
Let's spark a blunt then.
Let's do it. I ain't gonna be mad at that. Not even a little bit, miss. Not a little
You
bit.
know what? I've been noticing since you have these rollerblades here,
Yeah.
that rollerblading is really big in New York. I didn't know that until I started posting up out here, and that's pretty dope because I used to ride a lot of rollerblades.
Yeah.
My friend got me a pair, so we might go skating soon. But I've been noticing that it's just as popular as
skating's popping still,
skateboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out here, yeah, skating, especially in New York, skating is popping. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not what it used to be. Not even a little bit. It used to be more popular that you would see skaters everywhere. Like sometimes I'm walking around the neighborhood with my wife, and me, I used to skate everything. Anything that I found, I would just fucking wax it up and skate it. And I mean that I could skate. I'm not saying I was waxing things this high. I was waxing what I could skate. And I see a bunch of shit around here right now, and no one's touched it. And I'm looking at, and I'm telling my wife, babe, skate spot. And she's like, babe, you don't even skate anymore. You're 37 years old. You don't skate. And I'm like, I might. I got skates. Like I do. I have skates, and all I need to do is just put some. Well, as a matter of fact, the rim still, the wheels still work, but I need new wheels and new fucking bearings. And I'll be back to skating again if I want to. Now, do I have the same balance and the same thing I had? No, but I can practice and get better again.
I haven't attempted rollerblades in a very long time. I think since like high school, honestly. And
When are you going? Let's go.
but I used to skate a lot on rollerblades, so I'm assuming I might still have a little bit of that touch, hopefully. But we're about to find out soon.
You'll never forget how to rollerblade.
That's what my
What
friends
you'll
here in New York
lose-
tell me. Yeah.
What you'll lose is your center of gravity for the beginning.
Yeah, then you just get
So
the hang
what
of
all
it.
you got to do is that when you first ride, stay like this, like almost like a half squat position. You know, for the people that are listening at home, you know what I'm saying? It's not a squat, but it just stay centered and start rolling, and then you'll start feeling it, and you'll be like, you know, stay low,
Yeah.
and then after a while, you'll just be like standing up riding.
I
but
hear it's really
you need to
similar
do it.
to ice skating. That's something I've never done. I've never ice skated in my life. So, but I hear it's really similar to rollerblading. Is that true?
Before
Have you done
ice
it?
skating, I rollerbladed first, and shit. I'll be honest with you. I was on the skating rink doing 540s and landing them backwards and rolling out. Now, doesn't mean that it's the same as rollerblading. It's a little bit of a slimmer feel, and the skates aren't as booted up. Well, now they are,
Yeah.
but at that time they weren't. They were like when I was doing it, they were like the ones that you tied on your feet. They weren't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
lace
this is
ups.
I'm talking about. I'm high. This is like probably I was like fucking 13, 14 when I went and I did a spin on the ice, and I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's absolutely not the same as rollerblading, kind of, but not.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's just a different vibe.
I've never done that. Maybe this year I'll try. I've never ice skated in my life. It looks like if you fall, you're gonna fucking eat shit. Like it's gonna hurt. Oh, you know, speaking of how it's just like eat shit, the slang, you know, like in Cali, a lot of people instead of saying bust your shit, people say that too. But in Cali, people say eat shit.
Eat shit.
Like that's all you hear. People say eat
And
shit.
then, oh, that nigga was over there. That nigga just ate shit.
Yep. So when I went to Chicago and I first started saying that, people were like, "What? Just say? What do you mean eat shit?"
He said, "Who's eating shit,
People
man?"
were like, you're eating
Wendy?
shit.
You and your boyfriend are
That's
weird.
what you like to eat. You're freaky.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
And so that's what we say in LA, in Cali, like.
You don't have to pass it that fast when you just you do like a
Hit
puff,
again, then.
Yeah, man. Like, yo,
I'm
just
like thinking of stories. Like,
yeah, nah,
stories.
smoke and talk and chill, man.
But I do love the New York slang. I love it, and the accent. I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I love hearing these New York accents and the Bronx ones and Manhattan ones. I'm finally starting to understand the differences, you know, because I never knew that until.
I know, it's all different. It really is different. Yeah. I don't, like, even Jersey, us here in Jersey to New York, we're different. You know what I'm saying? We got our own lingo. We got our own shit. I'm 37 years old, so I'm not going to fucking have no street, the lingo that these kids have. Mm-hmm. Like, even my son, my son's 16. So he's in the age of that. He talks about, talks like that. Not only the choice that I got. I mean, I understand what's happening, but there's certain little things that people say, and I'm like, oh, like we used to say.
What's Jersey stuff?
We used to say no more. Okay. Now these kids say less or say nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like I got what they meant.
Say less?
Yeah, say okay. Like, yo. My son don't say that. He's like, yo, dad, I no doubt say less, and I'm like,
okay, I haven't heard that one yet.
But I get it. I get it 100%. What he means by it, but I also like, hey man, but say no more is actually cool too. But there's the new thing.
Switch it up, huh?
Damn, like Jersey. What? I don't know, man. Because a lot of New York is New Jersey, but then on top of that, we also have our own other things. I just at this moment, off the top of my head, I cannot come up with it. But yeah, Jersey. We are who we are, and but we are similar to New York because we're close to New York.
That's what I see. It's really similar for sure. Yeah.
We're similar to New York, but we also are very different because we have our own certain things. Like back in the days, a lot of even the graffiti was different. Like New York was a lot of throwies. Just talking about graffiti because you are a part of this graffiti lifestyle. A lot of things, New York was a lot of throws, and then Jersey was fucking out here on the highway, putting pieces up on the highway. Oh. You know what I'm saying? I guess because we probably had less traffic, more time. But when AIDS Crew came out, this crew, AIDS Crew, them niggas came out, they were putting pieces up on the side of highways. Yeah. Like I'm talking about 5, 6, 8 colors. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's time. You're taking time there. And I'm pretty sure they were doing it faster than the average bear, but them niggas was putting in work like that. So that little things like that were different. Just little things,
And that's what I love about the graph scene too, is like every city has their own thing. Like everywhere has its own thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like how Cali has the billboards, out here it's fucking everywhere. In New York, there's like graph everywhere. It's definitely a lot more like throwies out here for sure, Yeah,
the throwy shit right now, especially New York wise, you're gonna get a lot of throwies. I mean, they're doing them shits in the middle of the day sometimes in front of people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's a lot.
Like, give me your vibe when it comes to the writing scene. Compared to LA and here, New York. You haven't come to New Jersey to film. Hey man, we got to get somebody to take her out in this area. I'm gonna hook you up with the proper people.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, because I know I know you about this shit, and you're doing New York, but you got to come see us here in New Jersey. We got some fucking killers out here. Oh. But go ahead. So give me your difference between LA's riders. I know you do the billboards. Yeah. All that.
And
timing,
those are crazy missions.
Style,
those are crazy missions. Like there was
billboards?
Yeah. Like there was this one time that it really hit me. I was climbing a ladder to go on a billboard. And I just stopped. Like when I was like really high up. And
you got more balls than most niggas right now. Just climbing up to a billboard. Go ahead.
And I was just like, I started staring at the floor and, everything looking tiny. And like, just like I was by the palm trees. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just like, I didn't realize like how long I was admiring the moment, and I was holding onto this fucking ladder for so long that like my arm started like getting shaky. I was like, oh fuck, I've been here for a while admiring this shit.
Motherfucker.
Oh fuck, I'm either going up or down.
You better go up, motherfucker.
That one, truthfully, I don't think I went up. And the reason why was because that one, my hands already got really shaky because I lost track of the time. Because it was safe. There was nobody. So I was just admiring the fucking view, dude.
You were just being a chick.
And I was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
like,
just flicking out. You was flicking, hanging onto the ladder? too?
Yeah, just hold on and just, you know.
Oh, of course your arms are gonna get tired, my nigga. What the fuck? You over here fucking doing
I lost track of
acrobatic
fucking
tricks,
time,
taking
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
flicks and shit.
And this is like just like a crazy little experience I had one time. I was with Scheme. I was with the homie Scheme. We did a lot of them
Shout out to
together.
Scheme,
Shout out
apparently.
to Scheme. I was like, boy, it's fab, you know. And his lady too. She's cool people too. She's dope as fuck.
Word.
Very,
Shout
very
out to the.
supportive.
That's fam,
Awesome.
and that's the way it is, man.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to the
So-
wives that fucking support the homies, man.
Fuck yeah, you guys are the best. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We
and
can't
vice
do
versa.
things.
You know what I'm saying? Vice
Yeah,
versa.
yeah, absolutely. Now, do you have a man that supports your movement? I mean, I don't think you
I'm
do.
not in a relationship, but
But you
well,
have
I'm
somebody that's at
single.
home that you hang out with when you're there. That's what you were saying.
that what?
You have somebody at home that you get back to sometimes.
My family
There you go.
and my close friends.
There you go. No niggas, man. That's it. It's okay. Hey, man, you're a busy woman working, and you're in different cities doing your thing. I mean, shit. Cool. Get
But
your money.
it's
Do
really
your thing.
it's really cool to see like the unity in different like environments.
I got to
you
see
know?
personal shit. I'm sorry. I don't even know why. It was a moment of.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, you know.
Because this is how it would be if the
Yeah.
camera wasn't here.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No, but that's the way I want you to be. I don't want you to be over here acting like we in front of a camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know we are, and we know that we're going to put this out there, but at the end of the day, my vibe here is this, man. I want you to feel like it's just us hanging out, and I want you, and sometimes that backfires because sometimes people say things they don't want to say, and then I have to
I don't
edit it
even
out.
care.
But
I'll be honest about whatever, you know. If
That's
I like
just-
something, I'll tell you.
that's what, yeah, as you should, man. Don't fucking fake the funk. You've been through too much. Shootouts,
Hell yeah.
fucking helicopters jumping out of them, and maybe taking
No, you know what?
pictures.
I haven't gone on a
No.
helicopter yet. Surprisingly.
Nah, you know what? It's actually a thing here now. In
It's a
Jersey,
thing everywhere.
they fucking take you could take a helicopter from fucking Kearney or something and go to Manhattan and shit. It'll take you like 2 minutes and shit. They fly above my building. I don't fucking like it. You know why? Because if them motherfuckers crash, guess who they hit?
You hear a lot of
Us down here.
helicopters around here in Jersey?
Yeah, up top.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I
Because
got
in LA,
I'm by
it's
the
like
Lincoln
all
Tunnel.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm right by the Hudson River, so they go and they're like ta, 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 then yo, you feel them just and shit, and I don't like it because I mean it's slow. It feels like it has slowed down a little bit, but
Okay.
the only reason I don't want to be like Mr. Oh, don't fucking walk on my lawn guy. I just feel that damn man, if you crash. It's not a car accident, man. You're gonna fucking kill a bunch of us, man.
Yeah.
You know, what if I'm not home and then I lose my whole family in one shot, man? That's gonna suck. You think I'm gonna be happy after that, motherfucker? So yeah, man, fly that shit over some like water or over corporate offices or over like, you know, the government buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Away
the ones
from
that do the
you.
laws and shit. Let them niggas have to deal with it. Not me. I pay taxes. I deserve to live.
It's expensive to live out here too.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Fuck yeah.
Is it more
I was
expensive than
paying
LA?
like, oh my God, dude. When I was in Chicago, I was paying like a little tiny fraction.
Oh, my friend, you can't compare Chicago, miss. You were living in the middle of a war zone.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't, I don't
Or
know.
on the outskirts of it.
It wasn't that bad where I was at.
On the
It was-
outskirts
I
of
mean,
it
I don't
anyway.
know. Only in the end, it got crazy for me. That's it.
Yeah.
When I was already transitioning out here. So it's crazy how it happened, like all towards the end, you know?
Yeah.
But I had a gang altercation out there where, because the young homie was wearing clothes he shouldn't have been wearing. I told him not to wear it. He didn't listen. He was like 18, 19 years old, Native American dude from Canada, Toronto, I believe. Yeah. So he was
Yeah,
wearing
but
some,
there's gangs over there too. I don't understand how you didn't understand that where there's gangs, there's rules.
yeah, he needed to listen and dress more neutral, like, you know, and he was literally wearing a jersey and
I
shit.
wear all white like a
colorful,
Santo.
like,
You know what I'm saying? Like
I was
you
scared to be walking with him for
could you
real,
wear all white
you know?
over there? All white, like from top to bottom, just to be like, yo, my nigga,
I
I'm
don't
blank.
know,
I'm blank.
man. I don't
I'm
think
a
so.
blank slate, my nigga.
I don't
Like
think
literally,
so.
there's nothing here. I'll wear brick. I'm part of the wall, my nigga. There's nothing happening
Just
here.
blend out the wall.
Yeah, with the wall, my nigga. Yeah, that's so fucked up.
Like a little tree on there. It's just like, you know.
Well, I mean, if you live there, you're probably a part of the gang shit. So I'd probably just be a part of.
And they
that
got different
gang shit.
hairstyles out there, you know. And in LA, it's bald heads, you know. And in the Bay Area, they have like long ponytails I've seen and like long braids. But the clothes would be similar to LA, you know. But when you go to Chicago, like it's like the hair is different. Like they'll have like shags and that's what they have. That's like like gang affiliated, you know. So if you see that haircut,
You
know,
talking about the women?
men.
Men have shags. What does that mean, shags? I don't even
When
know.
it's
What
like longer in the back and short on top.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Almost like the Dominicans do. That they get the fade on the side and they do. It's like a mullet. But
Kind
it's,
of, yeah.
It's a mullet, but it's like very, very well groomed and designed. Be careful with that guy. That guy will.
So Chicago had hairstyles like that are gang affiliated.
Oh shit! I didn't know. You can. That's cool. Yeah, I'm blasted. But but yeah, fucking.
That was a good blunt though.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Well, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Now you know that's a good. It was bad. Yeah.
No, it's good. That's a
good
good.
blunt though, because it felt like it almost felt like when you watch those shows and a guy like has sex with a chick and she's like, that was okay, man. You know. Maybe next time.
Like she ain't satisfied.
Maybe next time, you know, we'll be okay. It's shit.
No, it was good.
That's never happened to me, by the way. I'm just saying, you know, respectfully, I have a wife, I'm a married man. I'm just saying, you know, look it up. It's not a thing.
Look it up.
Yeah. But moving on. So, what happened with the homie from Toronto? Like, you know, how'd you handle that? How'd you get out? How'd you survive? Because apparently you survived. You okay? Don't worry about it.
He basically we had just smoked a joint around the block and we cut through the alley and there was a lot of new gang tags right there. And see, out there in Chicago, they have really like intricate letter structures out there. Very unique. You know, like
right.
you know, so I
Almost
always,
like
I
Philly
always,
style,
I always
do you
like to
know?
look at letters in all forms, and that's something I enjoy about graffiti as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like letters too, you know, and I like to enjoy them in my own way as well. So I would trip out the way that the gangs in Chicago did their letters. They're very unique. Like over there, like when they diss you, they like throw you up like upside down, or they'll put your letters backwards or some shit. Or
Oh snap!
yeah. And that's like a Mino diss, you know?
That's pretty, it looks pretty cool and shit. Unfortunately,
That's like the only place I've ever seen that at, you know? And I got some pretty sick photos of that shit. Like some of their letters and their style is so elaborate, you know? And I would just trip out on the style, you know?
dope. And so you were out
Style in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of it was pretty dope.
So you were out taking, you were just taking pictures of the graph, and you was out with Toronto, homie. And somebody, what happened? They came up to say, "Hey man, what you doing
we
here?"
had just
Phone
finished.
them?
We were going through the alley, and I was just like, "Dude, like, you know what? All this shit is brand new." And I started seriously feeling like a panic. I was like, "You know what? Like, let's just hurry up. I don't have a good feeling right now. Well, this is all brand new. This wasn't here recently. I came back here. Well, they're active right now. Like,
Oh yeah, there's some shit happening.
I'm all right. This just happened, so they're active right now. Like, and you're dressed like this. Like, oh my god, I just didn't have a good feeling, you know. And then we're like going up in front of the house, and we're about to go on the porch, and we were talking about. He brought up my tattoo, and I mentioned something, and I guess right there they rock stuff to a certain direction.
Oh.
And I was mentioning that, oh, he walked in from the alley saying, "Oh, I got this neck on the left." And I guess like when he looked at the left side, he kind of looked at me up and down. And then he looked at him and he looked at him up and down. And he started checking him. And then like, great, it's about to go down right now.
Oh fuck.
So basically I felt like for the first time, like he was getting really frantic. Because I told him not to dress like that. And he's like 18, you know, like he's not even from there. And he was just like my friend's like younger friend staying in his house. My friend was at work. So we were at his house while he was at work. You know, my neighbor, he was my neighbor as well. He lived nearby. So anyways, like he started checking him. He started calling him out on his pants. He didn't like his pants. He didn't believe him he was Canadian. And I started getting mad, and I had.
Hold on, he was like, "Hey man, you're not from Canada, nigga. You represent right now." That right? Like, was he saying that he was a gang member of some sort, or he just didn't like how he looked at all? It was just like, "Yo, I don't like how you look, nigga, and you around my block, man. What's up with you?"
he just didn't like he didn't like his clothes because they were gang affiliated.
Yeah.
And the true religions he kept pointing out were the pants he was wearing. So that might mean something.
True religious is GD, my nigga. You can't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Wear something else or whatever they got over there, man. Yeah, damn,
All
man.
kinds of codes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yo, that's horrible. That's a fucked up place to live. Like,
Yeah, it's just crazy. You know what? I got so much love for Chicago though. Like,
yeah, respect to them.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I got so much love because like ever since I got there, everyone was always really respectful and like welcoming when I got there. And I made a lot of cool friends when I was living there. And I'm still in touch with like a lot of the people. So we're gonna having a solo show there pretty soon. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Day of the Dead.
Word,
yeah.
the theme?
Yeah.
Oh, that's ill.
Yeah.
See
I haven't
how you
even mentioned that
fucking-
yet. It's the first time I mention it.
You always find, that's what's up, man. Exclusive. And you always
Exclusive.
you always find a way to bring that LA, to find the LA culture everywhere. That's dope,
Yeah,
yo.
so
I love it.
Thank you. So there's new shop over there. It's a really cool shop. This cool barber is opening up. It's like a barber shop record store.
Yeah.
And but before they put that in, they want me to have a gallery show in there with the empty walls. And I was like, dope.
Yeah.
So and they were fully sponsoring everything. And I was like, damn, this is awesome. Like I can't wait to go back and
That's fucking
see everybody.
dope,
Have like
yo.
a nice gathering with everybody. I'm starting to get nervous but excited, you know?
Nervous why?
Just
Because you got to do
I want to
that
see
gallery.
everybody.
Oh, just people there's people that you
I would like to see
found.
friends, you know? It's hard to see everybody like when you get to visit. Like the last time I went, it was just like a quick trip, you know?
Yeah. And
But I got
now-
to see some friends, you know? My friend had a gathering at his house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the place where we had that crazy gang. Oh, back to the gang affiliation thing.
Nah, it's all good.
So,
Jump back in and out.
Let's
I
jump
love
back
it.
to that.
I
We're
love
going to be
it. Do
jumping
whatever
around.
you want. I don't give a fuck. Get in there. However you like it. Let's go. Let's have a great time. That's it, man. It's our show, man. This is for us.
For
Go.
real, it is. So jumping back to that. So he started checking him, and then he looks up at the address, and then he goes 1840. We're coming back for you. And he just like takes speed walking, all pissed, you know. And,
That's when you gotta attack somebody. Kind of like, to be honest, you kind of gotta grab him and bring him in the house and murder him. Because he's the one that's gonna go bring all the trouble over here. To be honest,
I wasn't ready to murder someone right there and there.
damn. But it was. All right, good.
But later I was.
Yeah. It's like damn.
It's gonna get there. Oh,
All right, so good. You're a fucking G, man. Get in there.
So it is a crazy ass Chicago story. And anyways, so we run inside the house and we lock up. That dude takes off, pissed off, running. We go inside, we lock up, turn off the lights, go to the back, and he's frantic as fuck. And I'm like, I'm about to call the homie to tell him to come over here. You know, the one that lives there. And I called him up and I was like, dude, Aldo, like, you need to stop what you're doing and come regulate your pad now. Because these dudes are going to come back for us. And he was like, yeah, I think they are. He's like, they probably will. He's like, don't even run out of the house because they could shoot you. And I was like, yeah, that's what sucks. Like, I don't want to run out because I lived like not too far from there, you know? And I was like, I didn't want to get shot running home.
I'd be there 5 days straight. I'd go into the
5
fridge and
days
start
straight?
rationing the food. I'd be
Cancel
like,
all
let's
plans.
ration the
We
food
had
right
some
now.
good food delivered to us that night from my favorite Chinese restaurant.
You had food delivered? Yo, what's wrong with you? You got the Chinese
we
guys.
couldn't leave. We
Yo,
were
no,
like,
but you know
we
what?
were
There's
like on
one
perimeter
rule.
and
There's
shit.
one rule. Do not kill the food delivery people. You can't kill those people, man. They're the ones bringing food to the hood, man. If you see an Uber, my nigga, you let that nigga through, man. I don't know if that happens. If there's respect for the delivery food people, but I think they should.
Definitely. They're delivering food.
Yeah, well,
Make
go
sure you're
ahead.
not hungry.
Yeah, right. So how the fuck did this end? Like, what happened with
So
these
the
guys?
gang-
Did they bounce?
So the gang came back. They came back
Uh huh.
in a group with bats in front of the porch. My friend trying to go peek up.
You see, if you're not ready to do things, you can't be peeking, bro.
And
Especially,
I felt like an older sister, like for the first time. Like
yeah, like
I
bro.
had to like really tell them, like, don't peek because they don't know. Because there was 2 doors on the porch. And the guy took off too pissed to like realize which door he went into. So that helped. For him not to know which door to break in through, you know?
Yeah, and there's people that are on
And
that time all the time.
And
They
it was
want
just
that.
like, And it was like the cops, like the cops were like, the cops came, like.
And what they say?
Crazy. I don't know. They took off, you know, like they took off, but they still lingered around for a few days, for a little while.
Oh yeah, they were dying.
Especially after that day, you know, like they lingered around. Because I would drop off stuff at the homie's crib, and I would just see some of those people posted up nearby ever since that day. Like, they don't fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fuck around.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man. Yeah, I mean,
I told them, don't wear that shit. Like, you wouldn't be able to get by with those colors out there.
What is this? Oh, hell no. Over there? Hell no. These are Latin K colors. I have nothing to do with any gangs. I'm not gang affiliated at all. I'm in Jersey, homies. Hey, Jersey, we wear whatever we want and we walk around because you know what? Real gangsters move in silence. And that's what we do here in Jersey. They don't have, a lot of niggas ain't out here repping their colors at all. There's niggas that are gang and they're real gang, and you see them walking around. You only see them know that they're gang is because when you see the other niggas that they're with that you know are gang. That's the only way you know. But a lot of niggas walk around here, they ain't fucking flagging at all. Because on top of that, the police are watching here a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like even the rappers that are over here, they don't be flagging a lot. They don't be flagging a lot. Like, you know, they don't be throwing it up. But they do throw it up, but it's not like their main focus on the video. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like other places, they focus on just everybody throwing up the sign. But it's a different type of vibe over here because it's a smaller space, man. You could get a case on you real fast. It's not easy. Yeah, man. If you want to be, you know, gang here in Jersey, you kind of got to be a little more quiet. Because the police are watching. They're always watching. You get
caught quick?
It feels like the people that are doing shit like that out here get caught quick, man, with something, you know? So there's a lot of quiet gangsters out here.
They're just on it.
Yeah, they're on it over here, man. You know what I'm saying? The gangsters over here, they stay kind of quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like quiet as in, like, I'm not saying that there's not, I'm sure I know there's a lot of fucking gang songs. Like my nigga King Problem, he has a dope ass, fire ass fucking, the bang bang, like bang bang sound. I think he has actually the best one that they did. I forgot the name of it. It's the Casanova X 2X or whatever his name is. Bang bang, and I think the best one to put it out is my nigga King Problem. 100%. I heard a bunch of them, and the best firest one, the one that's like that you watch and you're like, yo, I'm not even in a gang, but I'm gonna throw something up. That's the one, man. Shout out to King Problem. He's coming to the show one day.
Where this going? Yeah, soon.
Yeah, that's my nigga, man. He's a fire ass rapper. But yeah, that's the best one. But moving on, that's how I feel when it comes from when I've been watching from afar. Because like I said, I'm not gang affiliated, so maybe I'm not looking for it. Maybe I'm not here searching on the computer. I'm not on the computer. Hey, let's put Crip music or whatever. I'm just
like, I was tripping out that girl on the way here. That I told you about the girl, right?
She saw you. She
like, I was tripping out. I was wearing like I was wearing like a flannel, like like flannel.
Yeah,
I was wearing a blue flannel.
Yeah, and
then like this girl just like walks. She looked chill though. She didn't look intimidating or nothing. Like, but
I live in a nice neighborhood, so.
And she but she just like looked at me and she was like, "What's up, G?"
Yeah. I mean, you are, like, and you know what it is? Your outfit is fire. You came through and you got a little look. You're good. So she was like, "Yo, you got a fresh look, man." You see, and that's compliments right there, man. That's love. Welcome to Jersey. We out here, man. We out here spreading love in Jersey, man.
Thank you.
But don't get caught in the wrong spot because you really could get. Look at Safari.
Always gotta be careful.
Yeah, straight. That's Safari. That's that guy from Love and Hip Hop and shit. Cool cat. Come to the show if you want, but probably not really. I don't really have that to talk to you about, so it's okay. To be honest, like, you know, there's people that you like.
Well, come on the show.
But yeah, I mean, come to the show because I'm pretty sure what it is. I like the guy. It's just that really, like, in my mind, like, he's probably put everything out already, and we're gonna sit here. We're just gonna smoke blunts and talk shit. Yeah, and I'm still down with that. It's cool. Yeah, come through, man. Let's get high. And fucking
hotbox.
Yeah. Hotbox. Yeah, let's do a fucking Mike Tyson hotbox. But moving on, let's get back to fucking Wendy Random, motherfuckers. It's fucking Wendy Random in this bitch.
We do a lot of hotboxing in Cali, that's for sure.
For sure. And those lowriders. Well, you guys do a lot of everything. It's smoke-wise.
Because of weather. There's so much weed out there.
Smoke outside.
I never realized how much weed there was in Cali until I moved out of Cali. Until I started traveling out of Cali is when I started realizing, like, it was more expensive and harder to find some places. Like I remember when I went to Japan, this was like 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. It was $70 for a gram. And I was just like, 70
fuck
bucks.
all that. Hey, I'm
It was
not
like
going to
10
Japan.
years ago. I don't know how much it is now, but
I wonder
was
if
like,
it's
hell
legal in
no.
Japan by now. Like if they, I doubt that they would legalize that shit over there.
I heard that they started accepting more tattoos.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't even go to the gym if you're tattooed up. You got to
couldn't
cover
go to
up.
pools or beaches.
What?
Yeah, even pools
it's
and beaches.
because of the Yakuza gang. But hey, man, it's 2020. Everybody
I
has
know.
tattoos, buddy.
It's just like, no, everyone's Yakuza. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
not everybody's out here
Do I
trying to
look
be
like
gang.
it?
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, you actually do, man.
Maybe.
You look like you're every
I might
gang.
slide. Maybe when I'm real chinky. I'm real chinky.
Yeah, it's fucked up, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, yo, you could be, no, what I said, I was like, yo, I said that you're you can be every gang and shit. You look like everything. And then you go and say chinky, so okay.
I like to blend into everything.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. Now, let's talk about, do you have any, like, because I know you've been through some graffiti shit, and I know you got some homies from Cali and shit that are listening. Do you have any stories with the homies from Cali that are worth saying? Because if it's not worth saying, my G, she's not going to say it, bro.
Oh, shit.
Nah, just kidding. But, do you have any anything
You
that
know
has
what?
happened
There's
out there?
There's a few. I'll
Have y'all
share
ever
a few.
gotten like almost jumped because they thought y'all were like trying to do some gang? Because everything's gang in certain spots over there, right? Like where you're from.
I've had to run from cops before.
Cops.
Yeah.
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 And I know that the cops beat your ass over there in LA. I heard. I don't know.
I didn't know that I could be like Spider-Woman that day. Like it was just like an instinct where like I was just like I cannot be left behind.
Yeah, so you was running. Yeah, it's
Like,
every man
I
for
don't-
himself now, and you had your camera on and you ran and everything.
Yeah, and it was just like some crazy spot. I remember like landing in someone's backyard.
Oh, was there a dog in there? Because dogs
Thank
always
God,
snitch. That's the problem. When you
no.
land in the backyard with a
In
dog.
Cali, they're common to be out there. I got attacked by a dog taking pictures. I have a scar back here.
Get the fuck.
It took a little bite off of me because it caught me in midair when I was jumping on top of a car for safety.
Yo,
And then
what
I jumped on top of the car and then just like bit my calf.
Yo, and where's this dog come from?
They were like, I was in an industrial area shooting photos. Those like graffiti and industrial like.
Wow,
and
so there's just a loose dog there that you didn't even know?
There was some like shop dogs. They were vicious. 3 of them. They came towards me, and I just ran. And I was holding my camera in my hand.
Who you with?
It's crazy. I was with an old friend, and he was parked like up the street.
So you were just standing there by yourself, just taking some flicks.
Yeah, I got out of the car and went out, and then they came. And I was just like running, and I didn't even realize that my camera was strapped on me. I was literally like holding it like it was glued. And I was just like running.
Yo.
I couldn't believe I protected the camera.
So what happened though? Did the dogs just lose interest in you? What the fuck happened?
Well, they finally just left, by trying to scare them away once I was on top of the car.
Holy shit, man. Fuck those dogs. I hope they're fucking...
They tried to attack other homies. They told me, because when I share that story, I had a lot of homies in LA. They're like, I know those dogs. They went after me. People knew those dogs, but they got me. Oh.
Yo, that's foul as hell. They took a little piece of her. Now they took a little piece of her. Now you're missing a little piece. Did you go back and get it? Because you know what? You're missing a little piece.
Fuck no, I didn't want to go back there. Dude,
did you go get stitches or whatever?
People were getting crazy when I had that accident. People were like,
yo, let's go kill those 3 dogs.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
time to
I was
get
getting
them
all
out.
kinds of reactions from people.
It's time to take them out.
I was like, I don't need you guys to kill them. You know what I'm saying? I had homies that were like, oh, we'll go fucking kill them. I was like, you don't have to do that. I'm just not going back there, and you shouldn't either.
Yo, yeah. You know what though? But damn, hey, how about some signs? Brutal dogs ready to murk.
But see, in Cali, you got to look out for that. You don't got to really worry about it too much. Like stray dogs, you don't. In Cali, it's you got to be careful because it's always a probability
that some niggas fucking vicious pit
that there
bull is
may be
loose.
some random ass fucking dog that comes out of nowhere.
You see, that's why
I mean,
it's
it
like,
happened to me.
yeah, you were just,
And a few of my friends,
innocently taking. What if he would have just said, "Hey, man, let me go for that neck tattoo."
Dude, I thought I was gonna be done because it was 3 dogs, and when I felt the calf, I thought they were gonna drag me down and just attack me. That's what I thought. But it bit my calf.
Yo, that's
But luckily,
horrible.
it did. Luckily, I made it up to the top of the car.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I was able to feel my calf like throbbing and shit. But I had the adrenaline like.
Yeah, but did you take any pictures of them?
Fuck no, not that time.
No, I'm pretty sure you were.
I was trying to live. I'm saying like,
Yo,
I was already getting blood all over the car and shit.
yikes, man. And thank God they weren't like sharks. 'Cause if they would have seen the blood, they would have said like, yo, we need to eat this bitch. We fucking eat this motherfucker right now. And shit. Nah, man. Hey, man, fuck those dogs and the people that fucking have them. Like, yo, how do you work there? Like, how about the people that come make
I wonder if
deliveries?
they're still there, like fucking beating people
They
up.
make
and shit.
fucking babies, man. Now there's 12 of them.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't go back. There was 3 there. There's 12 now,
Just
buddy.
traumatizing.
Yeah, please don't go back. Please don't go back. All right, my friend.
I haven't.
I don't want to see. I don't want to be like.
I had a little bit of
one
nerve
day-
damage too.
Oh man. So what? Like, yeah. So what have you done to fix this? Did you take shots? They definitely shot you with some
I
rabies.
did get a tetanus shot. I did,
Tetanus, isn't that for like metal?
but it's a foreign object too. That's what they say.
Okay, I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know shit
Foreign
about
objects.
shit when it comes to
I
this
used to
stuff.
work for doctors, you know,
Yeah,
and I got to learn a lot. But yeah, foreign objects too. Some of them.
Hey man,
Let's be safe. They
You're
have
good
rabies
now.
or some shit, you know.
you good? You don't have rabies, do you? Does that work for
I'm clean.
anything? Fucking got my knife on me. No, because people with rabies are wild. I think that people with isn't it that people with rabies they turn into like human zombies or something
Is
like
it
that?
true that they foam or is that a myth?
Hey yo,
Gotta
Jamie,
Google that one.
this is why I'm telling you I'm gonna switch the show to. I'm not gonna switch it, but I need to hire somebody that could be there, and I'm gonna put a TV there, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, look that
Like
up real
show
quick.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because we need to like that right
I'll
there.
bring like photos next time.
Yeah, that would be better to that's gonna make my show better. I'm gonna do it. But either way,
Oh.
no, hey man, yes, they do foam in the mouth. I'm telling you because
they
I've
really
never
do.
seen it. I heard it. So if you taking it from me and you think that people that get rabies turn into zombies, that's your fault. But I think so. I think that they turn crazy and they start doing things because the dogs do. Like, if there's an animal, if there's a fucking raccoon around, they normally would run away because they like see you.
Mhm.
They'll attack you because they have rabies. You know why? Because the rabies needs to spread. That motherfucker will bite you. So be careful. Don't think that, oh, skunk is coming up to me. It's so cute. Nah, motherfucker, run.
Damn.
Them animals don't come talking to people. Think about that. When's the last time you see a nigga with a fucking a raccoon on his shoulder walking around? You know what I'm saying? Unless he's a super, super duper weirdo. I don't know how we got into this conversation, but yo, stay away
The
from Skid Row.
raccoons.
Stay away from Skid
The
Row.
raccoons. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Yeah. Definitely don't do drugs unless you're supervised by, yourself.
Supervised.
Because you do whatever you want,
That's
man.
it spiritual.
Yeah. Unless you know what? At the end of the day, everybody needs to do whatever the fuck they want. I know
Like
functional.
microdosing? You ever try that?
I haven't,
With the
but
shroom?
I think I want to try the microdosing with the shrooms one day. Probably not gonna happen because I've never even done shrooms. I've never tried. I've
Oh,
never
you
done
never
any.
have.
No, I've
Okay,
only
okay.
done weed and liquor in my life. I've been around everything.
You know, the very first time I
just
ever
know
did
that-
shrooms, it
yeah.
didn't work on me the first couple of times
Oh yeah.
at all. And the people I was with, they were peaking and they were having a great time. And I was like,
Peyote
oh.
didn't work on you. Think shit, and you're like, I went on a trip. Everybody's bugging out. You're like, yo, but how much did you take? Did you take more?
I ended up taking a whole eighth that day.
That's a lot. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that's a lot.
She was all like peeking and just feeding it to me. And I was just like taking it and I never peed.
All right, let me ask you something respectfully.
And that was the first day I tried something else.
What did you try?
That was the first time I ever rolled and the first time I did ecstasy.
Oh, so you were like, all right, the shrooms ain't working. Let me tab up.
And we were at the beach. You know what I'm saying? We're at the beach. So we're like, it
So that
started at
calls for
Venice.
hardcore drugs?
We were at Venice Beach. It was like an outing.
Oh, you know what? It's Cali. It's a different type of vibe over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it was
I love
like,
it. You see-
warm.
Damn, that's fire.
Beach
yo.
weather, palm trees.
I am mad at that, yo.
I
You
miss
know
the
what?
palm trees. I want to get palm tree tattoos.
You should, right?
I will.
Somewhere
I
there.
want to incorporate them like in a back piece or something. But yeah, we would just go over there. And what was I telling you about?
No, you're talking about your trips.
Oh yeah. So that was the first time I did ecstasy when I was.
Hey, how'd you
Santa
discover
Monica.
weed too, though?
Oh.
Because you are a heavy friend, a heavy friend to the marijuana.
I've been smoking for a while. The first time that I ever tried it, I was 12. To try it, I was 12, and I was,
Damn, me too. That's crazy.
and I was by myself.
Wow.
I was you were 12?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not alone.
Yeah, no.
I know a lot of people that tried when they're 12 in
Yeah,
Cali.
it wasn't nothing. No,
Everyone
actually,
did
a
in
lot of
Cali.
people around here didn't. Yeah.
But and so I was by myself, and I went to like our parents' garage in the back, and my brothers they knew like graph writers, and they would draw my folder and stuff like that, do my name.
Dope.
Yeah, it was dope, and I was getting into it. It was dope. I should have kept up with it, I remember like messing around with people's names, like doing.
Well, you had a dope ass character now.
Thank you.
Yeah, you could definitely
Thanks
throw
to
some
my
colors
friends,
to that. And put it out.
Shout out to the homie Breck. Like he helped me develop it. And there was a few other people too that helped me develop it, So it was fun. Just creating it out of like little sessions.
Yeah,
sessions.
homies, man. Yeah, brain trust.
Like little did I know I would have my own little character,
There you go. And now you need to make stickers and you need to make t-shirts.
I have to make more stickers.
Yeah, you need to wear your t-shirt brand on you. I need to take my own advice, but go ahead.
For reals though. For real.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
As you should. Wendy Random brand.
Yeah.
All right. So then, yeah. So getting into getting into the marijuana.
There's so much out there.
Yeah. So when you first
first
started
time I
trying
tried it,
where were you? What were you doing? It's all good. We're here with you, baby.
The first time I tried it, I was 12, and basically I went to my parents' garage, and when I was in there, I saw a pipe, and there was a little bit of weed in there, and it was already smoked. It was in a fresh bowl,
Yeah, but it was still
there
something
was still
that you
weed
could
in
still
there.
light that bitch and do something with it.
And I was like, my parents are just chilling inside, and I'm just gonna go straight to my room and chill there, and they don't they're not gonna like bother me, And so that's what I did. I like smoked, and I just like hung out right there, and then I came across this book, and it was a cool paperback book of Bates. He did all, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a dope Bates, graph writer.
Oh yeah.
Hit a lot of trains, and it was a book of like all the trains, just all kinds. And I was just like looking at him, and they were all like labeled like different cities
and
all
you
over.
were just, did you get high though? At least,
and you know what? I mean, I don't think I got really high because I really enjoyed it. So like, it was kind of, I don't know, like I really enjoyed that moment.
You know what? You were having a great
I don't know
moment, regardless of
weed or what. I don't know.
You were high. You were high, regardless, high of life or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was feeling great, And I
Good
found
time.
this book on Bates, out of all people, it was dope, So he was like the first like big like name I came across,
Yeah.
And I started seeing like all the photos how they were just shot like all over the world, And I'm like high, but not too high, and I'm just like checking out all the cities. And I'm like, damn, like I would love to just go all over the world and be able to just shoot stuff that I love to shoot,
That's dope. Yeah.
And
wow.
And I just really started noticing like his style too, like that he had a really nice style, like different kinds, like sick, So I was like, damn, this was dope. And then I just started really taking more of an observation towards it on the streets, and like started noticing like more people, like there's this artist from LA, his name is Deuce One from JW. He
Jehovah's Witness.
it's a G.
Oh, GW. I thought it was JW. All right. Either way, yeah, I still fuck with it.
And and I remember like a long time ago, like on the 101 freeway, you always be there in traffic, if you'd be there long enough.
Yeah.
And there was this pillar that had one of his cameras like really big, because he also does cameras.
Yeah.
And so like I would see those cameras, and I was like, damn, shit's sick, And I just started like noticing like more stuff, So like I would always come across like writers like that just but like paved a way in some way, And I just really started getting into like letters too, you know. And my brother growing up, he was always into calligraphy and having like his own font. He was like super into that. Yeah, the ballpoint pens, like those ones, you know, that you dip and shit, like those fancy ones.
Yeah, those. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
The ink jumpies.
Jumpies?
I call it jumpy. I call everything things that I don't know what they are. I say
Anything
it's a jumpy.
that jumps is jumpy.
Yeah, no, I say it's a jumpy. Whatever. It could be like it could be a fucking sandwich. It's like, oh, that's a jumpy. Whatever it is, I call it a jumpy that I don't know what it is. So it's como una vaina. Dominicans we say vaina for everything and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
That's funny.
Yeah. So he had one of those ink pens from like the 1940s.
He was really good at doing calligraphy and. So I always and then he had friends that did graph, you know?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's always like lettering has always been like a really big thing in the West Coast in general, and just from old school generations, you know, that would use old English letters and like fonts, you know, and like cursives, you know. I don't know. Oh yeah, because you could hear it, right?
Yeah, I hear you better there. Like once you move, then you got close.
Let me know.
Nah, it's all good. Now, yeah, you know, I have noticed that always when it comes to the West Coast, that the lettering, I mean, the hand style, just the flair. When it comes to the graph, let's go with that. It's always been a different thing, and even when it's gang. You know, y'all have like a different type of lettering, and you know these are gang letters. This is not graffiti. These are gang letters. And then you have graffiti, and then you have the shit, the niggas that are flaring the shit up, and it just, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why or where. So my history gaming, I'm pointing on it, but when I've noticed is that a lot of the Cali dudes took time and did a lot of flare action at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like big flares. So I always respected Cali, LA and Cali, whatever it is, you know, the hand styles and shit.
There's some really nice hand styles out there.
Yeah. And then you have those, the gang letters, which are another thing that you
it's a little thing. And sometimes they even take that and incorporate it into like block letters and, you know, incorporate it into like having your own little quick like throwaway or something, you know? You can still be influenced by that. Well, like the block letters, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like shit, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of writers that are also gang affiliated, so they know what's the deal when it comes to the styles and all that, or have grown up with it.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. Was it really gang affiliated out here in New York? Like the graph scene?
Well, Jersey, where I'm from here, every time you get arrested, the cops always ask you, what gang are you in? You know what I'm saying? But really, we don't really have a lot of fucking gang graffiti out of here. You know, you'll catch the occasional MS-13 and shit, but MS-13 out here is really not that big in this area. You know, they're here, but they're not really something that's, you know, from when I was growing up, that was a force out here. The force was Latin Kings when I was growing up. Them niggas was like, you know, and there's not even, I don't even, at this moment right now, in this area from shit, it's so quiet that you don't know who's what anymore right now. But there's a lot of gang niggas out here, but it's just, you know.
Really? It's just really chill and quiet?
Yeah, it's more quiet from where I'm at. Now, yeah, where I'm living. I'm only talking about where I'm living. Now, you know, Jersey City, that's another animal, because we also have different cities. So everybody's different around here, how they live. You know, Newark lives how they live. Passaic, Patterson, they live how they live. Everybody has...
Yeah, everything's different, huh?
Yeah, everybody has their own thing going on. And if you go over there, they know you're not from there. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that you're fucking gonna get jumped. Because I've been to Patterson, to the hood, and walk into a liquor store to buy something, you know, with a chain on. Now, don't get it twisted. I wasn't standing there hanging out. And everybody was in there, said, what's up, bought my liquor, and bounced. You know what I'm saying? Now, it doesn't mean that if I could stay there and hang out. They probably just saw me as a nigga that's like, yo, this nigga just walked in, brought his shit and bounced. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how to move around here because I'm not out there. But I can tell you that in my experience, I've had a great experience in Jersey, man. I love this motherfucker. It's nice to live here, you know, and if you know how to act and if you carry yourself with respect, most of the time you're going to get respect around here. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if you're not from a hood and you see a bunch of niggas on the block, don't be too prideful to make that left, my nigga, because that could be that the perfect left you make or the last decision you made. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you just walk by and make new friends. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's that you really don't know with any situation, man. But on Jersey, it's not like, you know, in certain areas. I'm not saying that every area, but most areas you hear in Jersey, it's not that bad. Especially nowadays in this age that we're living in. Mm-hmm. Back in the days, it would have been different. Like back in the days, it'd have been from block to block. You can have different problems because people were living there and hanging out in the front. But Jersey, nobody's hanging out outside anymore. Who's hanging out outside, nigga? Like right now, I'm just throwing it out to the people that are watching. Like who's hanging? There ain't nobody outside. Like I be outside. I be driving and I'm like, there's no kids playing football. I saw a few people walking around, but
not a lot.
No, but I'm talking about niggas outside in the front of the house with some music on, having some drinks, kids playing in the front. The music is boom, 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 boom. And mom's like, yo, oh, you got on. And then that was how I grew up. We do not have none of that anymore. Like there's literally, I don't know. It's literally a sight to see when you see people in front of their house chilling. And I appreciate it when I see that. I'm like, look at those people, man. They're living life. They're in front of their house. See the kids running and you know, the father's having a little drink and shit and everybody's enjoying each other's company. But we, you know, now that the internet took over, we don't have that, you know, and shit. And I think that's whack. I enjoyed being outside. Shit, man, my knees are scraped up. My legs are from falling and riding.
I was really
and
looking forward to going to concerts out here. Honestly, like when I first
what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know, I'm not into concerts,
such a lineup coming up and everything. I was like, fuck.
But there's a lot of good music out right now, and I'm sure that their concerts are fire. Like, you know, I heard like Travis Scott has a great, you know, concert that he does or whatever, but. Things like that, it sucks. I'm a bowler. I like to go bowling. And when I'm bowling, I like to go to the bar afterwards and just fucking drink and chill and high five people for no reason and shit. Like, you know, things like that are fun to do. Like, I don't do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like not having the option. It's like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, let's see where we go from here, you know, to be honest. Word. Yeah. But, all right, so Wendy Random, what's the future hold for Wendy? You know what?
Let's see.
Hold up a second before we go into your future, and we're gonna hold that thought because I gotta take a major piss. I'll be honest with you.
All right, cool.
You know, I've been drinking water.
Break time.
All right, yo, we're back. We had to take a mini pee break, and that's what we did. And we're back. So, so yeah, where were we? We were at where is Wendy Random going? What's the future for you? Like, what do you want? What's your ambition? What do you want to do, girl? Everything.
I just really want to shoot photos all over the world, really. Just focusing on the stuff that I always enjoyed, you know? Just keep shooting cars and graph and just streets, different cultures, you know?
What have you seen online or something like that you want to go to? Like maybe like Bangladesh? I don't know.
Well, you know what? Ever since I was a kid, a little girl, I would always enjoy National Geographic or even just on TV, like travel stuff. I would always enjoy seeing like tattoos from like indigenous places and just seeing how other cultures did it, you know? And and just they all have their own meaning and patterns. And it was just something really interesting. And I also looked at it as like, that would be a cool spot to take photos at because everyone looks different than here, you know? And I just always enjoyed that. And then it just evolved into like just me liking tattoos, you know? But that's how it started when I was little. Like I was just really into like watching it on like National Geographic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All that tribal stuff. And it was pretty dope, you know? So that's, I mean, I just want to keep traveling and shooting stuff, you know, and just share my photos with people. And whenever I give people like photos of themselves, I kind of look at it like, I'm giving you a gift, you know, like it's a little gift, you know, of maybe a cool photo I shot of you or something, or a photo I shot of maybe your child or, you know, just like something meaningful. So once in a while, I'll print out like little 4x6 photos on just like on different like series type of stuff. And I'll just like hand them out randomly to different people that I come across, like, you know.
Of different things you've taken pictures of? Or of themselves?
I've had different themes. Like one time I had one that was just a couple different billboards, you know, and I was just like having the little ones and just like, you know, give them away to like people I would meet. And I would come across really cool people that way. Just it was like giving them a little gift, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was something that I did, you know, and they would always remember you, you know, because there was a couple of people I wasn't sure if they remembered me, and they came up to me like, "Hey, you gave me that picture," and you know, and it was just it's cool. It's cool to give someone a little gift, you know.
Yeah, I love how you.
I like visuals.
The feeling, the feel. I guess it's your shit that makes you thrive and want to keep doing this is more like that. Just fucking handing out the happiness of handing out the moment and showing it. Hey man, look at that. You know, so it just, hey man, look, I took a picture of this thing that was just one moment, just that one moment, and look at it. You know, it's beautiful. Yeah, you know, that's dope. I I don't have that eye. I don't have it. My wife will show me shit like that. She'll be like, like she's great, even with my kids. Like, you know, I can't show that. Like, I'm starting to like learn to do it because you know, I got baby girls, so I got to do that. I got to do it with them. So I'm starting to look and find the little beautiful things in life like that. But my wife is fucking really good at seeing the little moments and things that is like that you're like, oh shit, like, oh, that is really nice. You know what I'm saying? That's a rainbow. That's a double rainbow over there. There's double rainbow in fucking Union City right now. That's fucking ill. So I you know, I respect people that can find that. It's a beautiful mind that you have. You have a better mind than I do, and I respect it. And I fucking think it's dope as fuck to be able to see the beauty, even in moments that are not warranting beauty. You know, then that's a photographer's mind, right? Like, don't you think, or am I like
to like kind of take you there to the moment? I think, you know, like I mean, for me, like, you know, like if it makes you feel like you're there, and it kind of like you're taking that people with you, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I like sharing those moments for people who care to see, you know, and like the kind of shit I get into, and it just do it around the world, basically, you know. And it's cool to just do it in different cities now, and like have shows there, you know, and sell photos to people around the world, you know. And I'm really, really grateful for like people that have been supportive throughout the years. And
where can they get you?
It really motivates me. Huh?
Where? I mean, everybody knows you're Wendy Random, but we want them to know how they can get you paid. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to sell some of these beautiful pictures that you take, because you take fire ass pictures, and some of them need to be blown up and put into some like very pretty mansions. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And you need to get paid for that, of course.
Hit me up. I always got a bunch of photos on deck, you know, and posters, promo deals. But I'm actually looking forward to printing stuff on different medias finally, because I've just been doing prints, and it's been so convenient at the same time because I'm really busy, you know. But it's like, no, but I could make time for this. You know?
Oh yeah, it was gonna get you paid. You better get paid. Yeah, you better go get that shit.
I'm trying to print my stuff on different medias, you know.
That's what's up. Now, different medias like what? Give me like, I don't know.
Well,
if you know, call them out, man. Get paid. I'm just.
I mean, there's just different things. Like I've seen like a cool shower curtain, like having it as a shower curtain, like a cool photo will be dope, you know.
I like that. Now, if you capture some fire ass motherfucking fire shit, you should collab. I think you should collab with one of my homies.
Oh,
I think that you guys can actually make that happen. That right there, between the both of y'all, and y'all can both get paid.
Oh, cool.
I think, you know, I can hit him up and see if he's even down. I don't know, you know, if he's down, but he's a street nigga. He does street shit, and I think it would be a great collab. Like just when you said the shower curtain thing, I thought about my nigga, and I felt that if you and him were to be able to, maybe you could fucking film him doing his thing.
So he could print him?
He has a clothing line, so He has a clothing line and he does everything.
Okay.
I mean, shout out to my nigga Villainous. Let me just put it out there. I'm just gonna say that my nigga Villainous. I think you guys should work together because he's a street. He has a street clothing line, and he is street, and you are street. So why the fuck can y'all work together and find a way to collab?
I actually have
LA,
came,
New
I actually
York?
have came
LA, New
across
York?
these
Are you
photos and they're
stupid?
sick. And they're sick.
Are you
that would be
dumb?
dope. I'm down.
Yeah, LA, New York work. I think LA, New York, like literally that because you're LA, he's New York. Why the fuck not? I think we need to put that together. I'm gonna see if he's available because he's a busy man and I know you're a busy woman too. So, but it'd be dope to put the two together because you capture the street, you know the street, and you'll go where he goes. He's a fashion dude, but he's a street nigga. He does the street thing, and that's why I respect his brand. He's not Echo. He's not none of that. I mean, I don't know about Echo. Back in the days, maybe he was what he was.
His photos are pretty dope.
Yeah, but nigga Villainous.
Yeah.
Villainous, that motherfucker. He has something going great right now, and I'm so proud. And maybe it's just because he's my friend and he's a dude that I know forever, and I'm just proud of him. But it is what it is, man. I want to see that motherfucker shine. So anytime that I can see if I could put him together with somebody that can collaborate and make some moves with him the proper way, I'm gonna do it because I know that you got it. I think you guys would have a good time. You guys can collaborate and do something fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Before you go,
New York
definitely we'll holler at him and see what's up. I don't know, but it'd be dope. It'd be fucking dope as fuck. I'm gonna show you his podcast too. I have 2 podcasts with that nigga. That's how fucking relevant he's gonna. And that's not gonna be the only podcast. There's gonna be plenty more with that nigga.
Awesome.
He has so much going on. But yeah, let's go. My bad. I went into like just talking about.
No, it was cool to hear. It was cool to hear because I've seen the photos and they're sick.
Yeah,
and I really like the style. It was dope. So that was cool. I didn't mind.
That's what's up. Yeah, I had to fucking make sure the shit didn't turn off because I talked the shit about you. Yeah, I started smoking recently on the podcast. I wasn't smoking that much on it. I was driving trucks before. I've been a pilot for a long time anyway. But I smoke openly on the podcast. I don't know what it's gonna be. And you know what? Right now in Jersey, we're voting. The ballots actually have on there to vote for legalization of marijuana and not to vote. So and say yes or no. So there's a lot of us that smoke weed and just don't want to be bothered. So vote yes. Like if you didn't vote for anything else, I don't know what else I'm voting for. I'm not even gonna fucking talk about none of that. But I will say that I voted yes on the legalization of marijuana in New Jersey. We need to fucking do that. Nobody should be charged for smoking weed. That makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand why cigarettes are legal.
Yeah, cigarettes are worse.
Why? Why is that legal? Not weed.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Like, are you bugging out?
And alcohol, like it's legal, not weed like that. I mean, some places it is, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, alcohol is cool. I like to drink, but I prefer to smoke weed than fucking
drink.
If I had to choose, I'd rather smoke weed, to be honest, because I've made very good decision off weed, or I just fall asleep and I eat some good, or I fucking bust some good pipe for your ass. Because at the end of the day, let's be real.
I think I got some Oreos for after.
Yeah.
I think I got some in my bag.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, when you blaze, depending on who you are, you don't fucking, I don't feel that you do anything crazy. I haven't been around people smoking weed and be like, yo, let's go kill people, my nigga.
Huh.
Like, yo.
Like there's something all hyped,
Yeah, most of the time it's like, yo, we're going to chill and we're going to have a fun time. We're going to do things that are going to make us laugh. It might be a little mischievous, just a little bit, but we're not doing terroristic shit, my nigga. We're not over here trying to go into your house and kill you. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
But when you drink, some people, some niggas drink and get more racist than they were before they were drinking. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yo, man, let's go fucking sling a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's put this into perspective, guys. And let's vote for that. You know what? I'm going to fucking put this episode out early because the voting ends like in November something. So I'm gonna get this episode already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, let's get back to you because we just fucking went on Wendy Random and Hector Random mode. I'm gonna call this episode Random.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Random talk.
Wendy and Hector Random. No, that's ridiculous. Wendy Random. It's all random. That's gonna be the name of this episode.
It's all random.
Yeah. Now, before we fucking end, because we're over here smoking and chilling, and I think we just got a little extra stony, and I'm over here fucking taking you to the deep water into no man's land.
Deep water.
Yeah. What else is in for you? Are you gonna fucking hype Williams?
What's next?
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned earlier I have a solo show coming up in Chicago. I'm
Yes.
excited for that.
No, I think we were talking about that ourselves off camera.
Well, I don't know. In case you didn't hear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did say that, right? Didn't you? It's
I don't
because we
know.
spoke off camera and on here.
I know.
Who gives a fuck, man? Mention that shit again, man. Double up if you did it. So you got a show coming up in Chicago.
So yeah, I got a show coming up in Chicago. A solo show, and it's gonna be like all Day of the Dead and stuff I did in Mexico and stuff I did in Chicago as well.
Have you worked with anybody from Mexico down there? Because there'd be people. Because you know what, the best
Mexico
artists,
down there.
like Mexico has their own art, their own thing, and it's your own art because this is your heritage, and it's so beautiful. Have you ever been down there working with anybody yet? Like, are you planning on it yet or anything?
I've photographed them before and bought stuff off of them, but that's about it. That's some pictures.
What's the culture down there? Do you like? Has it been that long?
Well,
Like,
when I went, this was like years ago. I forgot how long ago. Maybe like 8 to 10 years ago or something.
that's not that long ago. Actually, that's way.
Well, I mean, actually,
closer.
the first time I went in a long time, because I went after that, but like about 8 years ago, it was kind of like when the whole cartel stuff started kind of dying down a little bit, but you will still hear some stories going on, and that's when I went out there, and I was so paranoid about my tats, on my arms, because nobody there had any at all, and everybody there was telling me like they're gonna look at you for sure.
They're gonna look at you for sure. Of course, they're gonna look at you now.
So
How
I wore
did
like
it
a
work
light
out?
track jacket, but it was like very tropical hot weather,
Yeah,
And I was feeling like all this sweat.
yeah. Well, you you have miss a neck tattoo. Did you have it at that time? Or you didn't
No,
have
not
it?
the neck, just the arms.
Yeah. All
No,
right,
I
so
didn't have
you
the
was
neck
good.
yet. I got the neck after a couple years ago.
Yeah. Now,
Can't wait to get more though.
yeah. What else you got though? Like, do you got like leg tattoos, knee tattoos?
I
Do
got
you
my
want to go
leg,
right onto
yeah.
the elbow and hit that shit? That nerve shit that's
I
gonna
might,
happen.
if that's what the artist suggests and it looks cool, I might.
I mean,
I
you
kind
can
of have like that, like both arms, like it's each one is like the same artist. Or we'll see when it gets closer to the end how it's gonna be. I don't know, but I don't know. But we already have stuff like saved up, like this one artist and this one artist, and just different stuff. My legs, I want to get my back, but
All
I
right,
just
so you're just
always-
gonna have one tattoo. You're gonna have a body. She's Yakuza. You went to Japan and you joined Yakuza. Don't you fucking lie to us right now, miss? No, I'm just kidding. Yo, listen, let me ask you something, man. Who before we get up out of here and all that, who you want to shout out? What do you want to even just drop before we bounce? I want you to, have your moment to let people know what's really, really good. And you know that you got a home here anyway, so you're gonna, I hope you come back. It'd be dope.
yeah, thank you. I would like to come back.
Yeah,
I'm here.
yeah. So
We have so many
definitely-
stories.
yeah. So definitely, please, don't think this is the only time you're gonna be over here.
Thank you.
You're welcome back.
Thank you. I just want to give a shout out to everyone who still fucks with me, basically, who still supports what I do, because I appreciate every one of you that does. And it's really cool to like see like just people that have been around for a long time,
Yeah,
that are still there, like rocking with me, like, checking stuff out. people I've known since I was like a kid, you know?
Yeah, word.
And it's just like a trip to still see some of these people that are still like checking up to see what I'm up to and, you know, and become supporters and stuff like that. All of them, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up.
and just everyone that's like, you know, supportive and like, I got love for everybody.
Yeah, word. Now let me ask you something also, you know, just on the strength. You know, we smoke good weed over here too in this side. What's the verdict with you from Cali weed to Jersey weed to New York weed to all this weed to whatever weed?
Well, look, in
or
Cali,
East Coast to West Coast, because we all kind of smoke the same shit anyway.
in Cali, what I really, really miss is just going to like different shops.
Oh yeah, you do that.
Miss that. I miss having like all these options and like every time I would go out to LA, like friends would have like a different one, and it would just be like so funny. Like,
Yeah.
everyone like, oh, one's in Compton. They got Bikini Friday. Like everyone's in bikinis, and like the weed is like 25 for like an eighth, and like what?
Oh. Yeah, we need. Yeah. You see, so we need to
Bikini
change
Fridays
that. We
in
need to
Compton.
change the culture here in Jersey, especially because this is where I live. I don't know about New York. New York is already doing their own thing. They have the awesomest fucking shows that you can go to if you're invited. But fucking Jersey, we don't have it. So yeah, we need to fucking get that going over here. I mean, you know, once it's right, I think Whiskey No Chaser podcast might have to host a good weed situation. Jersey's gonna legalize it now. We got the vote. We put it in there. So why the fuck are we not voting that?
Yeah, I mean,
if you're not voting
sure,
for
everybody would
anything
say
else,
yeah.
you motherfuckers, vote for the motherfucking the weed to be legal up on this motherfucker. You know, you're tired of being arrested, right? You know what I'm saying? At least you'll be able to get your shit, and maybe we could get some stores open and get some business open and get some money in our pockets. All y'all niggas that are hustling, we've been dying to have stores, been dying to get some type of legal fucking way to get the money. Now you can fucking do it, man. So at least vote for that, guys. The homies. Word. Let's get it. Like, simple as that. And anything else, young lady, that would you like to throw back and let people know before we get up out of here?
Damn. Well, I pretty much feel like I said it already.
Yeah, I say no more. Hey, yo, this was Whiskey No Chaser. See ya.